uh, how do you give someone from your diversified portfolio to find the perfect one for someone?
Okay, that's a really great question, because that is probably one of the hardest things for people to do when choosing a wine. And a lot of people just go and they're inundated with wines in a store, and our wines you're not going to find in most stores. So, but and a lot of people say, oh, that label looks great, or this price point is my price point, or maybe they've read about it, or maybe they've heard about it. All good, all fine. I think that there's different ways of choosing the right wine. One is the best way, the absolute best way, without question, is going to the wine tasting room and tasting the wines. That's the best way, because your palate doesn't lie. What you like, period. Someone else can't always tell you what you like. That being said, and again, my wines aren't sold in most stores, so it's not about my wine, it's about any wine. Trust your local store, go to a real reputable wine store and talk to people. Hey, this is my style of wine. I like more acidity, or I like a white wine, or I like a red, or I like this kind of flavor, or whatever. And most good wine stores, they should be knowledgeable about the wines they're bringing in, and they should be able to lead you to some ideas. Now, with choosing our wines, I would, and you can't come to Carmel and taste them. Just look on the website, read about them. So there's some little descriptions about each. We don't inundate you with information, but read about them and look at them and say, hey, that sounds like something I could enjoy. And don't be afraid to call. Give us a call. Send us an email. Say, hey, I'm thinking about this kind of wine. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Or this is my flavor profile. Could you match a wine for me? And we'd be happy to do that. We're pretty good at that. We've been doing it for a while. So we're really happy to help out and get you flavored and say, hey, my budget is so and so. I really can't afford the $100 bottle of wine. Well, we got $40 bottles of wine, or $38 bottle of wine, or which are just as great. It just happens to be a little more limited in quantity or something like that. So, and that's a big thing too. Don't always take price as quality. Quality is in what you perceive as quality, is what your taste buds perceive as quality. So don't think that a $10 bottle of wine has to be not as good as a $100 bottle of wine. It's all about what your perception is. And don't be afraid of that. Don't be ashamed of that. Don't have any qualms about that. And you remember that guys like us who are making 3,000 cases of wine, I can't, if I put them for $1 over what it costs for me to make, I'd make $3,000 a year. I don't think I'd be able to pay my staff. But if you're making 1 million cases of wine a year and you're $1 over a bottle, well, you're making millions and millions of dollars. So it's all about, also that perception of what is the quality. And the quality does, but the main thing about quality is about what you like. And that's the key. And don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to try different wines, all sorts of different wines, and have fun with it. Enjoy it. It's a real great journey. I love wines from all over the world. My cellar has wines from all over the world. I have wines going back over 100 years. So in my cellar, my personal cellar. So, I happen to love the geography of wine, and I appreciate winemaking from all over the world. Maybe they're not the finest wines in the world, some of them, but they're certainly the best that they can do in their environments. And I appreciate that. So I think that's another thing too, is when you're traveling, try the wines from the area. When you come to Carmel, try the wines from our Monterey County. When you go to Napa, try the Napa wines. When you go to Paso, try the Paso wines. Try to see what wines exist in that area. And the same is all over Europe too. And you'll have a lot of fun with it. It really will open your eyes. It's a lot of fun.